All right, what's up, everybody? We are live. We are back. Well, I mean, technically, we're not live. We are pre-recorded. We are back. It is another Saturday night. We are coming to you. Of course, we are just recording this. This episode will air on March 29th, but we are recording it on the 22nd of March because if you are watching this on the 29th, which you should be, I am not home. I am actually in Newfane, New York at this moment. Well, when this airs. So we have decided that we are going to pre-record. This is the Cartoon Classic. This is the third wild card matchup. Already, Rugrats has beaten Superman the Animated Series. Simpsons has barely edged out Recess. Now it's time for one that in my opinion, this one is going to be an upset if it happens. And I mean, what I mean by that is there's going to be a lot of upset people. But that's what we're here for. It is the Justice League versus Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
And this is the one I chose.
Eric chose this one. This is a one. So this is, the powerhouses of the DC universe, the Justice League, the big team of superheroes versus two plumbers, a princess and a toad. So
legendary one.
Yeah. Well, no, what I'm saying is that, like, if you're matching them up, it's like the League of Heroes and like all these big powerhouses, and then you got, I mean, they have the most powerful plungers on the planet.
Yeah.
But so this it's gonna be a very unique battle, one I can't wait for. I actually, again, I'm gonna be unbiased here because I am not judging, of course. Oh, by the way, I'm Dutchy, as joined as always by MoneyE.
What's up, people?
All right, Shawn is here with us as well.
Hello.
And we've established in the last show that he is our wild card. We have Dave with us.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm here.
So, all right. 7 categories. Our theme song: animation quality, originality and creativity, characters, episodes, humor and entertainment value, cultural impact, and legacy. In the last episode, Simpsons won 4-3, just barely edging it out. Rugrats the week before won 5-2, kind of delivering a whooping to Superman. We're going to see what happens here. We're going to start with theme song, and a little different here. You have a theme song with words in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show versus a theme song that doesn't have words. It's another one of those theme songs that really did not need words in Justice League. And like the action sequence for, it wasn't necessarily an action sequence for either one, because in Super Mario Brothers, it's just Mario and Luigi dancing. In Justice League, it's kind of more like still photos of the heroes. But a
There's
very
some cool
catchy
still photos though.
Yeah. So very catchy song with Super Mario Brothers. Justice League kind of, it's to the point. It kind of sets the tone of the show. Wild card, I'm starting with you first.
Okay. For the theme song on this, I went with Justice League. I just liked it better.
Okay.
I wasn't really a fan of Mario's intro. It wasn't my thing. So I like the no talking and just the simple get up that the Justice League had with their little bit of animation in the intro, which is pretty cool. I like when they go through the Martian Man or his like eye or something like that. I thought that was really sweet. So, I mean, they put a little bit of work in there. I mean, that animation, some of the animation looks better than some of the show animation.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So All right, Eric.
I'm going Super Mario. Legendary. Whenever you hear that theme song, think of Super Mario, video game, everything.
Yeah. Shawn?
I'm going Super Mario.
All right.
I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, it's so like the beginning where they're dancing and stuff is kind of dumb, but I think that's intentional.
Yeah.
To make it like funny, and I like that. So, in the Justice League, it was a good one, but it didn't make me laugh.
All right. By the way, I will.
Wasn't meant to make you laugh.
Right.
Well, good, because I didn't.
Yeah. All right. By the way, I will mention the winner of this one in the first round of the tournament, the official first round, the round of 14. The winner of this matchup is going against Rocket Power.
What happened there? Did you see that?
Rocket Power is going down.
Yeah. What, something just flash, Eric?
Yeah, at least on my end, you guys blacked out.
You kind of blacked out for a second, but I don't think we did.
Yeah, it's very windy.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed that.
I mean, obviously, because you're in the same area as me, so
Yeah. And Mother Nature's a bitch. But
Hey, she's gonna make it a little more windy for you now.
yeah, well, if the power goes out, I'm gonna. Well, I call her a C word every time she strikes. So
Yeah.
all right. So the winner, like I said, winner of this matchup faces Rocket Power in the official first round of the tournament. So Shawn, Rocket Power is your favorite show. I don't know if you're going to use that as strategy or not.
You
No biasism here, Bob.
Yeah, that's what he tells you. I'm making
Yeah.
sure it loses.
I mean, in the last episode, it was Simpsons all across the board, but well, except for one category, you gave it to Recess because Recess wasn't winning that category.
Yep.
But all right, animation quality. Now, for Super Mario Brothers, it's a little different because you had that live action sequence at the beginning of the show, but then you get into the cartoon, and it's 80s animation, late 80s, early 90s. But it was really good animation. I mean, it's obviously better animation than what the, in my opinion, it was better animation than what the video games were.
Yeah.
But again, because that was meant for video games, this is meant for TV. Justice League, the animation there, especially with the battle scenes that always happened, it was always very cool. And it was your standard 2000s animation. So both shows did very well, in my opinion, in that animation category. So how well did we do? How well did they do? We're gonna find out. We're gonna go to the judges. Snapchat, knock it the hell off. And Eric, I'm starting with you.
I'm going with Super Mario again. I just like the animation a little bit better in this.
Okay. All right. Shawn?
Justice League.
All right.
Hands down.
Okay. Dave?
It was more eye-pleasing. I just thought it was better overall, animation-wise, and I'm going to have to go with Justice League.
Okay.
1-1.
All right. Yep. 1-1. So I don't know how close this is going to be because this is one of those where it's just like, because again, you guys are, I mean, Dave obviously is more of the wild card, but like with you guys, like I know, like if I had like certain judges on here, I kind of know where they would go with this. But you guys, it's kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to read you guys like a book.
Which is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it.
It's funny that the first three matches, the underdog won the first category.
Yeah. So, all right. Originality, creativity. So we go now. Originality, creativity is the third category. We're tied 1-1. Not necessarily much as far as like originality, because Super Mario Brothers based off a video game, Justice League based off the fact that there already was a comic book called the Justice League.
Yep.
Yeah.
So not necessarily a lot in originality, but creativity. They did some pretty creative stuff. Justice League with the action scenes, Mario, like, because they took the creativity from the video game and inserted it into the show.
And the interactions between the heroes in Justice League.
Yeah.
That is also pretty creative as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So both shows, in my opinion, did excel in that regard.
For sure.
And like, again, with Justice League, it's like, yeah, the interactions, and then like even the interactions in Super Mario Brothers, like some of the creative stuff. Again, a lot of the creativity came from the video game, but it was still creative stuff to do because they would incorporate that in future video games.
Yep.
So, all right, Shawn, you first.
Super Mario. You just basically said everything I was going to.
Yep.
I was thinking, like, it was just done better. Not better, but, it was, I think, more thought. Like, you hit the nail on the head. I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, I do what I can. Usually I get hit in the head with a hammer, but that's it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Dave, we'll go to you.
Yeah, for this one, for creativity, I would have to give it to Mario. I mean, to think of plumbers going into this other kind of world type deal, and dealing with a giant monkey, Donkey Kong, and they got a bunch of shit. Oh, yeah. Pardon my language. Yeah, but no, I think it was more creative.
Now, in Super Mario Brothers, it was mostly they were dealing with King Koopa, who would then become Bowser.
Oh yeah.
Well, you did fight Donkey Kong, though.
Yeah.
Before they were like allies, they did fight.
Yeah. Donkey Kong, of course, Donkey Kong Country was part of the battle. Super Mario Brothers was also part of that battle, and it was won by Pokemon. But Super Mario Brothers won, was brought back in by Eric, and obviously for good reason. All right, Eric, Super Mario Brothers wins the category, but I'm going to go to you anyway.
Super Mario. The fact that you can take what you can get from the video game into a show is impressive.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around, where the show turns into a video game rather than a video game into a show.
Right. And I want to say that like the Mario video game has been around. Like this show came out in 89. I think the Mario video game came out in like 84.
Yep. It's one of the best video games in history.
One of the best video game franchises in history.
And it's still going today. They come up with different ones every year.
Yeah.
Mario Party.
Yep.
Mario Kart. Remember for, I think it was, I don't know if it was released for anything else, but for the Wii, they had Mario and Sonic's Olympic Games.
Yep.
Mario Tennis, Mario Golf.
Mario Tennis, soccer, golf, baseball.
Yeah.
And it sells well. Still to this day, there's super fans of Super Mario, and we know one of them. Besides me.
They can release a Super Mario Party every year, and they would make so much money to sell that shit.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Mario's up 2-1. We move on to characters. This might be a little harder of a category for them to win, because you have the iconic heroes, superheroes, crime fighters, whatever you want to call them, but this iconic team of the Justice League: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl. And then obviously in Justice League Unlimited, they would bring in, a lot more. Aquaman would be brought in, Green Arrow would be brought in, just a whole bunch. There was more characters in Justice League Unlimited, but in Justice League, you have that group. You have that, that connection, that, that force of heroes. Then, of course, you have the side characters that would be brought in, like the villains, and it's hard to beat. Now, they didn't always get along, and they were always kind of fighting, trying to fight their own battles. Like Batman brought them together, but then he's like, I don't want to be a part of this. It's like, well, you brought them together, you boob. But he wanted to just be on his own. Super Mario Brothers, you had Super Mario Brothers. Obviously, you had Mario, Luigi,
Princess.
She would become Princess Peach, but in the early episodes, she was known as Princess Toadstool. You had Toad. You had King.
Yogi.
Yeah. You had King Koopa, the villain. Obviously, you had Mario and Luigi in the live action sequence. Mario voiced by WWE Hall of Famer Captain Lou Albano. But they themselves are legendary characters.
Yep.
So, all right, Dave, you're up first. Who gets the edge in the characters? Super Mario Brothers or Justice League?
I'm going to go with Justice League. I like the characters better. I'm just a fan of heroes. I could get behind the characters a little bit more than Mario. I'm just not the biggest fan of Mario, so
That's fair.
I enjoy the characters better on the Justice League. I mean, I get to see them in action doing a bunch of superhuman type abilities, so it's pretty dope.
Right. I definitely agree with that. Eric.
And their backgrounds.
Yeah, exactly. Eric,
I'm going Super Mario. Okay. I just prefer Super Mario over Justice League, so yeah, and I like the characters more.
Yeah. Now, not that it really matters, and we are pre-recorded, so I can technically mention her name. But did Liz threaten you that Super Mario Brothers had to win?
No.
I could see her doing that.
You can take that right to HR, Eric.
I haven't even told her about this. She's been so busy with other priorities, so
yeah. I don't even think I've shared any of the episodes with her
lately.
Yeah.
She's just
I don't
preoccupied with other stuff work related, so I don't want to say on air, but yeah.
Well, technically you can edit it out. But yeah, we don't need to know her personal business. I haven't even really shared the shows with her because I've just been messaging everybody else and I keep forgetting to message her.
Yeah, she's been busy. I'll tell you off the air, but she's been busy.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, she's been busy. She's been busy. I mean, especially with work stuff. I know where she works, so
yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm surprised she hasn't put a gun to her head yet. Especially being the boss. All right. Shawn, you're up.
I gotta go with Super Mario.
Oh wow. I didn't see that coming.
I gotta give it to him. He's a strong man. What kind of man consistently goes and saves the same chick that gets captured by the same guy and not suspect a thing?
Wow,
So,
Super Mario
my
has
hats
taken a
off
3-1 lead.
for Mario.
Yeah.
Listen, that guy, he eats a mushroom, he grows, or he gets fire, or he can fly if he eats a leaf. I eat a mushroom, I think I'm flying, but I'll die. Not saying that I eat mushrooms, because I don't.
I was just gonna say, like, to the kids that listen to this show,
Yeah, don't do mushrooms. They'll make you think you can fly. You can't fly. Don't do drugs. Super Mario.
Yeah. Just listen, the kids. Just listen to the fact that he picked Super Mario.
Yeah, edit all the rest of that out.
Yeah. All right. They're up 3-1.
Yep. Commanding 3-1 lead.
Yeah. They can win it here. They can win it here. I don't know if they're gonna. Next category's episodes. And the reason why I don't know if Super Mario has the advantage here is because in Justice League, they're all episodic. It's episodic to where, like, it's a continuation of things that happen. Like, they're mostly like 2-3-part episodes.
Yeah.
So the storylines, I think, are better.
Yeah.
You know, when you had the episode where Green Lantern has to go back to his planet and face trial, and he didn't want anybody to help him, and then you have Flash acting like his lawyer, which is hilarious. Then you have the episode where they're trying to help Aquaman, and Aquaman is just a jerk, and he really doesn't want help, and then he gets, kind of, betrayed by his people, and he has to have help, so he doesn't have a choice. And then you have, obviously the 3-part episode where they become a team. You have the episode where Hawkgirl ends up leaving the Justice League because her people tried to destroy the Justice League. And everybody thought that she was a part of it. She wasn't, but she's like, you know what? Conflict of interest. I'm just going to leave. And she did. Super Mario Brothers, not necessarily as episodic, and the storylines are just like, it just usually lasts like the one episode, but you have the episode where King Koopa turns all of Princess Toadstool's people into stone. And then had Mario and Luigi captured. And she's like, I'll do anything, just free my people. He goes, okay, princess, you have to marry me. She goes, okay, but you have to turn the people of the Toads back into regular, turn them back into regular people, and you have to free Mario and Luigi. And Koopa's like, okay, I'll free your Toad people, but I'm not going to free Mario and Luigi yet. We have to get married first. So he turned them back from being stone, but then beforehand he went back on his word and turned them into stone again. Mm-hmm. And then Mario and Luigi kind of took his magic wand or whatever, turned them back into regular people, and then they stopped the wedding. There's the episode where Mario, Luigi, the princess, and Toad were trying to find Santa Claus because Toad wanted to give Santa Claus his list. And Santa had been captured by King Koopa. All fun episodes. Again, Justice League probably did it better storyline-wise because everything was just a continuation of previous episodes. Mm-hmm. All right.
Exactly.
Shawn, who gets the edge here?
Justice League. Hands down.
Yeah.
I thought they could be more dramatic in their episodes than Super Mario could. So.
Yeah. All right. Eric.
Justice League. Yeah, I thought their episodes were better. More entertaining.
Oh, by the way, I just watched the LA King highlight.
Yeah.
They scored 6 goals on 9 shots.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Holy crap. They only had 9 shots on goal. Well, the score was 7-2.
Yeah, the shots ended up being like 26-24 by the end of the game, but they had 6
Their
goals
first
on
9
like
shots were
9 or
6
10
goals.
practically. Yeah, it was outrageous. At one point, they were 50%.
Wow. Like
for like
that
half
is,
the game.
that is, and by the way, Carolina had a 8-game winning streak going into this game.
Yep, it was 6-0 going in like halfway through the third or halfway through the second, I believe I saw.
But yeah, that's just nuts. That is a heck of a way for your momentum to get halted.
A couple of the goals were like banks off, like the puck bounced off of the defender's skate. But all the other ones, that was probably like 2. So like probably 4 out of the 6 goals were just very well set up.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. But
no, that's fine. That was one of the. I didn't turn that game on earlier because I was more interested, obviously, in the Capitals Panthers game. But that
one was close until the third period.
No, actually, the second period, like the first period, they were tied.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then second period, the Capitals just went off. But all right, Dave, Justice League's already winning the category, but where does your vote lie? David.
It's a sweep on that category. I picked Justice League as well.
Okay.
3-2.
All right. So Mario can technically still win it on this category. But again, it's humor and entertainment value. So Justice League may not have had a lot of humor, although the superheroes could be humorous, but there was a lot of entertainment with a lot of the action scenes.
You think actually Super Mario was probably more humor and Justice League was more entertaining.
Yeah. But Shawn, you just said it too. Flash was pretty funny because that's his character.
Yeah, he was the comic relief that could do stuff.
Yeah. Mario, it's the same thing. Like they had some pretty entertaining like action sequences, but they were very humorous.
Yep.
Right.
Which one do you value more?
Yeah. So, Eric, I'm starting with you.
I'm going Super Mario. I think I value more humor.
Okay. Dave?
Yeah, for this, I went with Justice League.
Oh boy, here it comes. The tiebreaker.
All right. Now, just so we know, just so I can build up the drama, Mario wins his category. They win the matchup. I mean, we're still going to do cultural impact and legacy because that is a very important category. But Mario wins this. They win the matchup. I think it's an upset.
I actually hope he goes well with the other one because I would like to go to 7.
Well, it's not always about you.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, Eric. Way to just convince me to change my mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, all right, Shawn, I've built up the drama enough.
Ooh. Let's see.
Apparently, no, I didn't.
I'll go Justice League.
All right.
I'll go Justice League. Entertainment alone was more than Super Mario was funny.
That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, the drama is back. We had drama in our last episode, although it was pretty clear in the cultural impact and legacy which way, it should have gone, and it did with The Simpsons winning. Here, I don't know because there's Mario. Both shows. and even like the groupings as a whole, like the franchises as a whole, have had quite the cultural impact and legacy.
Yeah.
Mario, for example, was a video game. Had this not only, and it had 2 other shows after this. It had Super Mario World and Super Mario Brothers 3.
In the movies.
In the movies.
The movies, now the Super Mario Brothers 3 movie from 1993 wasn't good. But the movie they just did a couple of years ago with Jack Black voicing Bowser.
That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
That was a good movie. I mean, I don't agree with Chris Pratt being Mario, but that's my only kicker on it.
Yeah. So it started out very successful, and it's a very successful video game franchise. They've had toys come out, like, I'm sure a lot of little kids have had the Mario and Luigi plush dolls.
It didn't need the legacy of 10 other people's to make it work.
Yeah. But, and then, like, you have the villains that came out of this, King Koopa, Bowser, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong became a successful franchise among himself. So you got, the impact and legacy that it has left on, people, especially video gamers. And then you have the cultural impact and legacy of Justice League. Because after this show was done, they moved on to Justice League Unlimited, which was another success. But they expanded more on more characters. Video games, spawned out of this. Comic books. Each character, each hero has its own legacy. So both shows definitely, kind of shaped, they were there for a lot of, people's childhoods.
Yep.
Not even necessarily the shows, but the franchises. So, all right, Shawn, I'm going to start with you.
Mario.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't think they didn't need the legacy of all the comic book characters, like, Superman, Batman, all of that. It came in with 2 plumbers and then expanded off of that and made gold.
Yeah.
Like, the video games alone are probably the most iconic, and there isn't, like, really any great Justice League games.
Whoa.
There's some, but I'm not saying they're not bad, but there isn't, like, great. You know what I mean? Like, they're good.
What's your definition of great?
Me.
Okay.
No, I just mean, like...
No, I get you what you're saying.
Like, you can't go to a party and have fun playing a Justice League game like you could having fun playing Mario Party or Mario Kart.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're completely different, obviously, but one, I think it's just a lot better because you can do it with more people and not ever really get bored. And all the Justice League games, if they're like the Mortal Kombat ones, technically, they're the same thing over and over and over.
Well, there's some Justice League games where it's a multiplayer where you create your own hero. Have you ever played that?
Are you talking about like DC Online?
Yeah, kind of.
But then that's not Justice League though.
There's a Justice League 1. I'm pretty sure.
But there's like a Mario 10,000 too. You know what I mean?
Okay, but there's Batman Dark Knight Asylum and
but
all that where you're running Gotham.
Yeah, but you're playing that's only as Batman.
Okay.
I'm saying like there's not like a single. I know there probably is like a Justice League game, but all the ones you're saying is they all branch off because of who they are. You know what I mean? Super Mario is always just that group. Like how they had like Suicide Squad, the last game, Suicide Squad.
Right.
that's pretty much that's what I mean. Like you're playing as people you would know as Suicide Squad together as Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. If it makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that makes 100% sense, what you're saying.
Dave, I'm going to go to you next.
Yeah, for Legacy, I'm going to have to be the opposite of Shawn. I don't think it goes to Mario. I think this goes to Justice League.
Okay. All right. Eric, you are the deciding vote. Now, again, it's strictly opinion. You are allowed to have your own opinion. I kind of say, remain biased, or remain unbiased, not remain biased. Remain unbiased. But where does your vote lie?
Super Mario.
Okay.
There's a reason why I picked it, and obviously, yeah, I just think for Shawn's reasons too, but I think Justice League has characters from other shows where Mario is more organic, I guess that's the word
Yeah.
more organic, I guess that's the word I'm trying to say, or I guess that's the right word.
Yeah.
Not to say Justice League is bad, just that those characters came from other shows which were like legendary too. So where Super Mario it's its own, and they became legendary on their own.
Yeah. Shawn, what happened?
I think I hit my one cable underneath my computer.
Yeah, he vanished. I was like, where'd he go?
Yeah. All right. Super Mario Brothers Super Show pulls off what I think is an upset. They win at 4-3.
I'm with you, Doug.
I was not expecting this. I don't have a problem with it. My brother might. But
doesn't he like Super Mario too?
I mean, he plays Mario Kart, but he's a DC guy.
No, I get that. Yeah.
So, I mean, he was one of the people. Now, he didn't call us the names that other person called us for Superman losing, but he I mean, my brother, like, he's probably just gonna be like, what's wrong with you guys? And he can.
Hey, I was Justice League all the way, except for creativity.
I picked Super Mario, so
yeah,
I was kind of biased.
All right, Shawn, go ahead.
In that Suicide Squad game, David, you actually fight Justice League.
That's pretty sweet.
You fight the evil Justice League, I should say. Sorry.
Right.
So that's part of a Justice League then.
Yeah, technically, I just threw you off the rails, but
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that because I never played that game. So
it's on Xbox Game Pass, I think. So.
Ooh. I had to take a gander.
I think I could be wrong.
Okay.
But that's how I played it.
Okay.
I mean, not a bad game.
All right, so Super Mario Brothers moves on. They're going to face Rocket Power in the first round of the tournament.
Ooh, that's going to be good.
So we're going to see how that lies. So right now we know 5 first-round matches. There's going to be 6 first-round matches. But we already know right now it's X-Men the Animated Series versus Simpsons, Rocket Power versus Super Mario Brothers Super Show, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You versus the Rugrats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Biker Mice from Mars, and Pokemon versus Real Ghostbusters. The next one we do, the very last wild card matchup, is going to be one that I know Eric is waiting to do with anticipation.
Be in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be
No, the week after.
Oh, it will be next week.
Yeah, it'll be next week. Remember, I mean, I've already thrown them off. Like, they already know we're pre-recording, but so that episode will be on April 5th. So a week from when this episode airs, it's going to be the next one, April 5th. It will be SpongeBob SquarePants versus Garfield and Friends.
Ooh.
So
SpongeBob.
yeah. So again, try to remain unbiased. See, the original plan was we were not going to do a show tonight on the 29th because I was going to be out of town. So we're figuring, okay. And then we do, this on April 5th. And then April 12th, I was just going to be one of the judges because there's no way Eric can be partial towards SpongeBob. And Eric can't do a show on April the 12th because he's, got to be at a baby shower.
Yep.
But Dave, did not want to disappoint our viewers or listeners, depending on how you get this podcast.
Yeah, I got you guys.
And he's like, we don't want to throw anybody off the schedule, so let's just record two shows. We'll have the one air on the 29th, and that way we keep our momentum going, which was a really good idea, which is why we're doing this. So Eric does not get out of doing the show with SpongeBob and Garfield.
I would try not to be too
see, you thought you escaped the cell we had you in, but you forgot your leg was chained up to the ball.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that is the next one. And then the winner of that particular matchup faces Heathcliff in the first round of the tournament. Remember, Batman the Animated Series, the only superhero series to have survived this far, because the other superhero shows have just been annihilated. Well, I mean, X-Men the Animated Series is still around, but
let's go X-Men.
Yeah. But Batman the Animated Series and Kim Possible have that bye into the second round. They are awaiting their opponents, who are probably going to be beat up by the time they get there. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers Super Show pulls off what I think is the upset. Make sure the dance he wanted to do if Recess won, he gets to do here. Because Super Mario Brothers won. All right, but Shawn had a lot to do with that too.
Thanks, Shawn.
You're welcome, Eric.
So, all right. So that is the episode. So don't forget, follow Shawn on TCA X Reaper at Twitch and YouTube. Follow Dave on Twitch, TCA X Godsend 95. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the bell, follow the Unscripted Sports Show. Eric does a show three times.
I try to do it 3 times a week.
3 times a week. Remember, Wrestling Through the Years, Friday nights, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
No show next week.
Well, no, technically it would be no. We had no show yesterday because this is airing on the 29th. So
get it together, Eric.
Yeah, but the next show we do will be about WrestleMania 40, last year's WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia.
I was there for night 2.
Hey, so, do you want me to create an intro video for this channel?
If you have the time, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I
can
have
help
the
you
time?
with that, Shawn.
Yeah.
He's got nothing but.
But yeah, no, if you have the time, you're more. I mean, you are part of the show. Right. I mean, we've brought you and Dave in because nobody just wants to listen to Eric and I talk for an hour and a half. We need other voices,
different opinions, different mindsets.
Yeah,
I can always just call the Discord one night when we're all free and we can do it together or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
we can do something, but. Yeah, no. So, all right. So, like, subscribe, comment, all of our channels, Unscripted Sports Show. When Toons Combine, make sure you follow Shawn and Dave's channels as well. The Stabcast with Daniel and Mindy.
Have they done the show?
Wrestling Through the Years.
if anybody on this or watching this plays DayZ, leave a comment.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're looking for members.
all right.
Leave any feedback.
All right. So all right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
And thanks a lot for hanging out. And
thanks for having me.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
All right, you
Thank
too,
you all
guys.
for watching.
All right. Later.
Later, boys.